when it comes down to acquiring the top 10 talent, top three in the most important position in the game of basketball, in my opinion, right now, I mean, I can you got to consider it. You got to consider it. But it's kind of segue into that, man. Now I know everybody done heard about the Dame Lillard noise. Um, what you feel about that, man? What you doing? You taking Dame, and if so, for what? You know, we already kind of touched on the little package last pod.
Yeah,
Talking about Trey Young, and we
yeah.
said it'd be similar to Dame. So you exhausting the young guys, or you looking at
Well,
Zach like, hey, brother, like
um, for Dame, it's tough. Cause Dame is almost the same age as the mob.
oh yeah, yeah, that'll definitely excel the timeline, depending on what you. I mean, anything that you trade, it
I
seemed
feel like
like
trading the Dame officially give us a 3 year window to do something. It don't even necessarily not even knowing what that something is. It just gives us 3 years to do something.
okay. My question would be, so what I'm seeing a lot on the net right now is trade Zach, bring Dame, because the same point you just made, at least with Dame, you have a clear, pretty much number one option that you can try to build around, and Dame is probably more equipped to bring in other superstar level players to come play with him in a big market in a city like Chicago.
And I honestly think a Dame DeMar parent could be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
You
I
know,
definitely think Dame and DeMar could work out. Dame, DeMar, Vooch, I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad
yeah,
at
like
it.
I couldn't hate owners for like considering it. Like
No,
it kind of does make sense on paper.
it does. It does. I mean, you got probably two of the best closers in the league in one lineup. Dame, bona fide, all NBA player, 7-time All Star, averaged 32 a game last season. You know, coming in, probably had the best season of his career last season. So you getting him while he's still in his prime. And as we can see with DeMar, 33 might sound old, but I mean, you still could impact winning on a high level each and every night. And I think with both of them, that'll definitely happen. And I think that'll kind of take pressure off Vooch as well, too, because I think Zach, DeMar, and Vooch are so close in caliber that I mean, it's the fan base split down in three sides to me. We got a pie going on. You know, you got a bunch of
Yeah.
people who pissed at Zach, bunch of people pissed at Vooch, people pissed at DeMar. Um, and I really think it's because we don't have that clear cut number one option, no matter who it is on his roster, currently as it looks. Um, But I think with Dame, it kind of sets everybody else in place. We know DeMar is better than Vooch, and we know Dame will come in and be that number one guy.
Yeah,
So
him playing point guard would just kind of dead a lot of our struggles. He's a shooter, and he's very good passer. He just comes in and fix a lot of our problems. The only thing would be is what package it would take. I wouldn't get mine doing a Zach, maybe a few picks, or I assume it's some of the earlier picks, not a later pick. But maybe if we do Zach, maybe a few picks or Zach Io. I'll just say the one goal I'll have throughout all of this, if I'm trading Zach, is unless depending on who else I'm getting back, I'll really be trying to focus on long as I'm keeping Kobe White and Patrick Williams, just so they can fill out the rotation and then still work on their development as well.
nah, for sure. I think any package involving Zach LaVine, the only young player, honestly, that the Bulls can trade from a legal standpoint would be Patrick Williams. They can't trade Kobe White because Kobe
Yeah,
just
they just
resigned.
signed them. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Io.
IO. That's probably
Maybe
the
Javon Carter. I think Javon Carter becomes trade eligible in October, maybe like opening night or something like that, or
maybe that's
beginning of preseason or something like that. He becomes eligible to be traded. But outside of that, I don't know. You know, it'll have to be Zach and Pat if they're looking for young guys and picks. So to me, that brings up this question. Now, you say we got a 3-year window with Lillard. He's extended for 4 more years. Um, Next season plus three if we was to making that deal go down some way somehow, or would you go the alternative route? Would you look to keep Zach, see what this season is, maybe move on from DeMar at trade deadline, and also you'll have Zach for another 4 years plus a player option. So three under control, and then the fourth year, if y'all competitive, then y'all make it. Y'all do what it do. Would you rather go that route, knowing that hey, DeMar coming off the books this season, maybe you could get Lonzo Ball off the books this season, and really position yourself to try to go out and sign that number one player, maybe a little bit younger, but that will have to complement Zach LaVine and Vooch.
I mean, who would you sign?
I mean, it coming up, you got players like, maybe Brandon Ingram out there.
Okay.
Um, it's a few different options out there on the younger, upside type tier type players. But Brandon, like Bi is just coming to mind, like somebody who I could really see, and then you'll still be able to retain
Did
Patrick
Jalen Brown
Williams.
resign?
Yeah. He just got that max. He making 60
Okay.
mil a
Okay.
year. Um, Tatum coming up off the books a couple years from now. Again, it depends on what's going on with Boston, but you could position yourself with Cap in that type of way. And again, you'll have Zach LaVine and Vooch for at least the next 3 years, because you know you're on that 3-year timeline and try to bring somebody in free agency if somebody will want to play with a Zach who's still ascending, and Vooch will probably
That
be on the decline. But
that sounds like Garpax.
Garpax playing it safe.
Yeah, that sounds like Garpax.
I mean, I will argue the opposite. I think moving Zach LaVine would, to me, resembles Garpax, in my opinion. That's kind of what we did with Jimmy. I think when you move Zach LaVine, when you think about it, okay, if you were to move Zach LaVine, if I'm running the front office,
But
I would want to move Zach LaVine for a rebuilding type package. I
but
wouldn't
the
want to
thing,
I wouldn't want to trade him for somebody who still doesn't who would still kind of put me in that tier that I could do with Zach LaVine. Like, I think Damian Lillard is a bona fide superstar, but I don't think he's not a Kevin Durant. He's not a LeBron James. He's not gonna single handedly, change your franchise around. He's not a Giannis. He's not that type of player, in my opinion.
he ain't turned Portland around.
What do you mean around? What did they win?
He ain't turned. They was. I mean, it was pretty bad. They went to the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, he got drafted to a good team. They had Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge. He got
He
drafted
ain't
to a
play with
play.
them. He ain't play
Yes,
with
he
Brandon
did.
Roy.
He
And when
did.
he went to the
His
conference,
rookie year.
and when he went to the conference finals, he ain't had them.
I mean, look, he had CJ, Nurk in his prime.
He
Um,
had his squad.
Melo, Jeremy Grant.
He won that. He won that.
I forgot who they had. They went to the Western Conference.
They ain't had it. They ain't had. Well, I think they still had like Allen
They
Crab and
had, yeah, Alan
yeah,
Crabb, Evan Turner.
yeah, like that's why. But come on now.
Yeah, I think he can carry a team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't carry a team. Like with Dame, you always gonna be in a conversation.
So I
And,
think
and and to me, that's what separate him is that. But at the same time, I just don't think you're winning along with Damian Lillard. And at 33 from 36, if you can get another superstar in here to pair with Damian Lillard, like a lot of people saying, hey, go get Giannis, because Giannis is leaks out there that he will want to play with Damian Lillard. Um, if you can get that handshake deal, hell yeah, go do something like that, But I don't know. I think you got two options there. For me, I think best case scenario, if I was to be moving Zach, it would be for probably like that Knicks package, that RJ Barrett and a couple first round picks, like a rebuilding type package that's gonna give me ammo. Again, I like the competitive route, but I just don't know. I don't think Dame, Vooch, and DeMar gets it done.
I'm in the middle because once again, I know it depends on the package, but let's just say I said we can somehow we just swap in Dame, take out Zach. I think the team does get significantly better.
I think they get better too. I'm not
Like,
saying they
like
get worse, but I don't think they're better than Boston. I don't think they're better than Milwaukee. I don't think they would be better than Philly. Like I still don't put them over, those levels of player. Like at the end of the day in the playoffs, for me, in my opinion, I think the best player on the court is gonna win you the game. I don't think right now is Damian Lillard better than Joel Embiid?
nah,
Is Damian Lillard better than Jason Tatum?
nah,
Is Damian Lillard better than Giannis?
nah. But can he be better than them on a day? Yeah.
I look, it'll be entertaining for sure. We gon' like he a
Is
dog.
he?
Like we not going out. I ain't saying we gonna get swept. Like that ain't happening. But at the
But that's
same
like
time,
that's what we getting swept right now. So it's like
I look. I'm not shit. You already know. I we should have been made moves on some of these dudes that we got on this roster. Like I, I'm
so
not
like
saying take this situation and keep building. That's not what I'm on. That's what Acme them on. I ain't on that shit.
I'm just all right, Laura. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm like, all right, look, bro, we it's getting kind of desperate out here. We gonna have to do
But
something.
but
Like,
to me, I think that's because they painted themselves in the corner. I think
yeah,
when you have probably opportunities to move on from a DeMar, you should have moved on from a DeMar. Re-signing Vooch to another 3-year extension. I would have liked him to go out there and try to prove it to me. Like I'm not gonna overpay to keep you if I know you not finna contribute to winning at a high level. Like, but I ain't gonna crap on the players that's here because we going in. They probably still gonna be here this season. But in my opinion, I think they failed to bring Zach the proper help. Once Lonzo Ball went down, I think once Lonzo went down, you should have been looking to maneuver to younger pieces. Especially knowing you're not competing for a championship. Like you kept DeMar, you kept Vooch, you kept these older guys to make a play-in push. That makes no sense to me. I think you should have pivoted off. And maybe last year you probably would have, still been in that same position with younger guys, but at least you had like more of a future. Right now, I think you don't have a future in a sense. We don't know what Patrick Williams gonna be. We don't know what Kobe White's gonna be. Them are our only two top 10 picks that's currently on this roster, from a young guy standpoint. And then at that, you got DeMar, who another year older, Vooch, who another year older. And then you got Zach LaVine at 28, who turns 29 this season. So again, I think when it comes down to it, yes, he's your most valuable asset. Yes, he will give you the greatest return. Again, I would hate to trade Zach, but I also understand, and I think you only got two paths. It's either you trade him to try to go all in with DeMar and Vooch, or you move him for assets and you just go ahead and just tear it down and just get to the root. Let Patrick Williams take the chain off my boy. Kobe White, make him the full time starter, and you go about it that way. And again, you get good draft pick possibly, and maybe that be your next superstar. Um, and from there, you got 10 years now, 10, 11 years to try to make something happen.
To blow it up is crazy after not taking the time to build it up in the first place.
But look, they didn't take the time to build it. And the pieces that they did get was bro, it was like instead of using brick, you grab plastic. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing this shit is finna wear out sooner. Like, you know,
Like you
I
said,
would have
after Alonzo, after it was clear he wasn't coming back during the second year, they should have traded him at the trade deadline last year. They should have made a move last deadline.
they should have did a whole shakeup, in my opinion. Like,
And I think because they didn't, I think that's why I'm leaning so hard to I see like just trade for that.
yeah, hell yeah. I mean, our backs against the wall. It's like, hey, you go
Yeah.
in with this same roster and be mediocre, or shit, you get rid of Zach. And it's like,
And then next year, you can either re-sign DeMar, Lonzo's off the books, maybe you could bring in one more person, see how good Pat develop, and then I guess that might be our championship. Yeah, if you can play it right.
I mean, it all depends, man. It all
If you play
depends.
it right, that'll be the only chance. That'll be the only chance. That'll be the only year we have. That'll be it, basically. that year would be why you made this trade.
No, I just again, I I just think other moves should have been made, man, to bring more potential to this roster, man. It looked like they swung and they hit one time and they settled. Like they got the first base and now they ain't moving. Like no, man, you gotta go with the game. You gotta keep going. You gotta try. And again, if I was to try to trade Zach, bro, like I would want to trade him for somebody who's closer to their prime. I would have again a Trey Young. I would honestly right now, I would take Trey Young over Dame Lillard based on age. That's my opinion. Um, just for future outlook purposes. I don't want a 3-4 years and then we burn out. And there's no guarantee he gonna sign either. So you like literally have 3 years to make something happen, bro. Like literally, like ain't no telling we could suck ass 2 years. Oh, let me get up out of here. Trade me, bro. Like get me up out of here, y'all. Like we have no control of that. And I don't have the faith in this front office who's gonna sit here and make the moves needed to make sure that we contend in every single season with
If we
anybody
trade
right
for
now.
Dame and don't go into the luxury tax,
Bro, it's not happening. It's
like
not.
that.
It's
Now at that moment, I'll be like that. You can't get more all in than trading for Dame and then still telling your GM you're not going into the luxury tax.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, again, until they prove it. But I like Dame on this roster, man. Dame a dog. I'll rock out with Dame. That trade is understandable. But to move past Dame, because I don't want to keep harping on it. Tyler Herro. 4 teams interested in getting in this Tyler Herro sweepstakes. Jazz, Bulls, Nets, Hornets. It looks like if a trade is to go down between Miami and Portland, it's been multiple rumors. Portland do not want Tyler Herro. So they will want to reroute Tyler Herro to another team. And it looks like the Bulls are inquiring on, receiving his services. Now he makes 27 mil a year, won 6 man of the year last year. I believe he's shooting 48% from the field, 37 from three. So very efficient. Last 2 years, he's been averaging 20 plus. Definitely a bucket. And again, won 6 man of the year. I would like Tyler Herro, but again, I think it all depends on for what. I know Jazz right now is offering a young player in the pick. I think we can also match that. But if I was to acquire Tyler Herro, I would try to replace that with Lonzo Ball's contract. I would try to ship maybe Portland pick back Lonzo Ball contract. It may even take Caruso, and I would hate to lose Caruso. But something of that nature, to bring in Tyler Herro. But again, they haven't said anything about what the deal looks like. But how would you feel about acquiring Tyler Herro? Would you like that, or
I
you
can't
like,
even picture
I'm
him in a
good?
Bulls jersey, bro.
I mean, he'd be Captain Kirk 2.0. Yeah.
Nah, they don't even feel the same. I can't even picture him. Like, like it'll look Photoshop.
It'll look, hey. I mean, but again, I think we could use his services, man. Again,
I
37% from the three,
don't like.
20
No,
points
he a
coming off the
bucket.
bench.
He a bucket.
You know,
No, I rock with him. It just depend on who's the young player we giving up. I would prefer it be a guard we giving up because I don't want to get smaller again after we just made the slightest attempt at getting bigger.
no, that's why I
So
said it'll have to be Lonzo Ball contract and maybe Caruso. Um,
yeah, like if it could be a smaller, then Caruso definitely fit the mold for Miami or for Portland.
Portland.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I don't. It would be a little weird of a fit, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. I would never complain about having too much offense when I know the offense is guaranteed.
Nah, for sure. And our offense is fucking trash. So
Yeah, like it's another person who can go out and get his own bucket. He already cool with coming off the bench. Um, we'll see how you feel coming off the bench next to Javon Carter or something. But as far as I know, he seems cool with coming off the bench. So the fit would be the the fit would be interesting. I couldn't hate that trade either.
yeah, and I think trading for Hero would give us a little bit more upside for the future. Not saying he gonna come in and be this multiple time All Star or something like that. He does have the potential to, but if we were to pivot off any of the older core, I think the landing would be a little bit more softer, knowing if you building in the future with a Kobe White, a Tyler Hero, a Patrick Williams.
Yeah,
I think you
and then
got,
we still got a Zach LaVine.
yeah, Dalen Terry and whatever Julian Phillips end up being. But I think that'll make that a solid transition. Maybe you go to that 3-4 man backcourt. If you pivot off the veteran players. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind Tyler Hero on this roster. I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
mind.
mind. I still can't picture him in a Bulls jersey, but I wouldn't mind. I just need any. I just need a significant swing. That's all we need. We need some type of significant swing, not a small trade, not a cash dump, unless it's Alonzo cash dump. We need a significant swing.
Yeah, we definitely need to make some moves, man. I mean, the fact that we are in the rumors, that's what I appreciate. If Garpax
Hey,
was here, this would not be the
remember I was
case.
complaining about that earlier. You right.
Yeah, yeah, so just the fact that we are in a rumor mill, knowing that we out there, we active and things like that. I remember it was one summer, Gar Foreman forgot it was damn free agency, and Jimmy Butler went out there and his opening press conference, it was talking about we got the same damn team like as last year. I think they had brought in Aaron Brooks or something like that. That was the only move that they made.
I
So
remember. I kind of remember.
so so for us to go to that, to actually being in the conversation with Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero, things like that. I do appreciate the activity that's going on, but make something happen. Make something happen. Don't tease us. Don't play with us, man. If you're gonna bring in Dame, man, go grab Dame. If you grabbing Tyler Hero, man, go do what you need to do to go grab these
The
pieces.
season about to start, so
Yeah, in 2 weeks,
and
our first preseason game.
yeah, I know. I need
Weeks.
them to get this settled.
Yeah.
I prefer to have this team before the season start. I don't want to have this team at the trade deadline because then at that point we kind of throwing a year away.
Yeah, no, I think definitely you're gonna see Dame Lillard traded within this next week for sure, probably early next week. If we are making any moves, it got to be within this next week, man. Because I mean, training camp start the second. That's next weekend. Then the weekend after that, your first preseason game. So hey, be on the lookout. If anything go down, I mean, it's happening. It's happening. It's shit here right now. You know. But transition. Tyler Herro. I think we in agreement to that. Damian Lillard. We in agreement to that. Now Zach LaVine. So according to Bet Online AG, they put out the odds for the team that Zach LaVine will play for, or most likely to play for, if not the Chicago Bulls. And the team leading that pack right now is Portland Trailblazers at a plus 200. Then you have Philadelphia at a plus 300, Miami at a plus 400, and New York at a plus 5, and then Brooklyn at a plus 700. So then you got Dallas, Atlanta, Lakers, Denver, and Golden State Warriors. Now, right now, the odds is saying Zach LaVine, again, if not the Chicago Bulls, is going to the Blazers, Sixers, or Miami, or the Knicks, on the far end of that. Now, these are all teams that have been rumored to be, sniffing around the Bulls' assets, man. We done heard rumors about Dame Lillard already. It's been hot this week. We already know Philadelphia has some level of interest in LaVine, who's like right behind Portland, which
It was
makes
Harden
me
talks at one point.
yeah, which makes me think those Harden talks still going. And then Miami, that was the team that kind of threw me.
They
Miami.
always been in that conversation, but I always thought it was more so for the 3-team trade for Lillard to go to Miami. But it wouldn't make no sense for Lillard to go to Miami and LaVine is involved in this trade.
For sure.
But
Because
I don't think people thinking like that though.
no, because you got to think Portland again is talks coming out their camp that Zach LaVine ain't the bad player, but he doesn't fit their rebuild timeline. He doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
they want to build with Sharp, Simons, new kid they just drafted. I can't think of the point guard name. Scoop.
Scoop.
Yeah. So that's what they're looking to do. Zach LaVine again will automatically come in. He is the efficient scorer. He's gonna be the all-star there, whatever the case may be, and that's gonna stop that, and I doubt that he would want to go into a rebuild situation. But if you rebuilding with that level of talent, and then he's from, that Washington, Portland's not too far from that. He's from that west
Region.
west coast, yeah, the region up there, whatever you want to call it. So I could definitely see that happen. But back to the Miami point, man. The Miami thing kind of threw me off because I think that would be malpractice on Acme End if they were to ship Zach LaVine directly to Miami, say for a package of Tyler Herro and Duncan Robinson, which we know the Bulls is already rumored to be interested in Tyler Herro. So maybe it's not even to facilitate the 3-team deal. It may be talks between them with, player for player, like team for team.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I refuse to get that deep in some thought. I ain't even get that shit no thought. No. Nah, they not doing.
Bro, they're in the top 3 odds, man. There gotta be something
If the
going on
trade
now.
is Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, and unless y'all, man, nah, I don't even care how many picks they finna throw on top of that, bro. 3 picks.
Nah,
Nah.
man. No. Yeah. I'm not getting a start of this. And then the
It's
3 picks, y'all getting Zach LaVine at 28 years old and the Miami Heat coach. Man, them 3 picks not even gonna matter for real. Like, I don't even.
exactly, bro. I ain't even gonna get that shit no thought. Like I said, I just think people think like he's gonna be used to facilitate the trade. Maybe Miami helped facilitate the Dame trade for us. What you talking about? Or something like maybe that's the only way I could see him going to Miami. But that's it.
Yeah, I
I think
wouldn't.
I consider that scenario all day. They help us get Dame.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But Yeah, man. I don't know. Them being in that top three, man, that kind of threw me off because again, I know Portland don't want Zach LaVine, but Portland is leading the charge outside the Chicago Bulls at a pretty likely number here. So
And
again,
I know they
it's
want their pick back.
yeah. I mean, they can't make any moves. So I think about like 2027 or something like that. So
I know they won't. I know they want to get that over their head.
yeah, yeah. So Scoot end up being Ja Morant or something like that. They can't even move no future assets without Bulls permission. So yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I look forward to see what go on throughout this next week. But outside of that, Q, you got anything else, man? I was gonna wrap it up on this.
No, man, that's all I got.
All right, for sure, for sure. Well, y'all go ahead, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Get down there. We'll see y'all on the next one.